Imagine the ballroom exquisitely decorated, lights perfectly dimmed, the air buzzing with anticipation. Guests are mingling, drinks are flowing, and the energy is building. Then, the moment arrives. The DJ cues up the first track, a universally loved anthem designed to ignite the dance floor. But instead of the crisp, vibrant sound everyone expects, a harsh, distorted screech assaults the ears, quickly followed by a sudden, jarring silence. Or perhaps the music starts, but it's thin, lifeless, barely audible over the murmur of conversation, or worse, it crackles and cuts out intermittently, leaving awkward gaps in the flow. The collective mood shifts from excited expectation to confusion, then to outright disappointment. As an event planner, your heart sinks. All the meticulous planning, the countless hours, the significant investment all jeopardized by a single insidious technical flaw that, more often than not, goes unnoticed until it's too late. This isn't just a minor glitch. It's a potential catastrophe for your event, your client's experience, and your reputation. There's one particular DJ setup mistake that lurks in the shadows of many events. A silent saboteur capable of killing the music and, by extension, the entire vibe you've worked so hard to create. This critical oversight often stems from an illusion of simplicity surrounding modern DJ equipment. On the surface, it seems straightforward. Plug in a few cables, press play, and the magic happens. Many planners understandably focus on the aesthetic and logistical aspects of an event, trusting that the technical professionals they hire will handle the intricacies of sound. Even some DJs, especially those newer to the scene or those who operate primarily in controlled studio environments, can fall prey to this deceptive simplicity. They might assume that as long as the music plays, everything is fine. The issue isn't about having the latest gear or the most extensive music library. It's about understanding the fundamental principles of audio signal flow and, crucially, how to properly gain stage an entire system. It's a concept that sounds technical, perhaps even intimidating, but its absence can lead to either a weak, anemic sound that fails to energize the room, or a loud, distorted mess that drives guests away, or the dreaded sudden silence that brings a lively event to a grinding halt. The problem isn't just about volume, it's about the quality and integrity of the sound at every point, from the source to the speakers at its core. The mistake revolves around improper gain staging, the process of managing the audio signal level at each stage of the sound system. To optimize the signal-to-noise ratio and prevent distortion, think of it like a series of interconnected pipes, each with its own valve. If one valve is too wide open, it floods the next pipe, leading to overflow and pressure issues. If one is too closed, the flow becomes a trickle, weak and barely perceptible. In an audio system, this translates to either clipping digital distortion or redlining analog distortion when levels are too high, resulting in a harsh, brittle sound that fatigues the ear, or a noise floor issue where the desired music is buried under a hiss or hum because the signal is too low and has to be boosted excessively downstream, amplifying the noise along with the music. A DJ's setup typically involves a source laptop, media players, a mixer, an amplifier, and speakers. Each of these components has its own input and output gain controls. The critical error is often seen when a DJ pushes the output level on their mixer to the absolute maximum, believing that louder is better, or conversely, sets it too low and then tries to compensate by cranking the amplifier or speaker volume, introducing unwanted noise. A truly professional DJ understands that the goal is to send a healthy signal strong enough to be clear, but not so strong that it distorts from one component to the next, maintaining optimal levels throughout the entire chain. This involves carefully setting input gains, channel faders, master output, and then finally, the amplifier and speaker levels, ensuring no stage is overdriven or underdriven. The catastrophic ripple effect of this seemingly technical oversight is far-reaching and immediately noticeable. The most common consequence is simply bad sound. Imagine trying to dance to music that sounds like it's coming from a blown speaker, or trying to enjoy a cocktail while a harsh, distorted bass line vibrates through your chest. Guests quickly become uncomfortable, conversations are strained, and the dance floor remains empty. Beyond mere discomfort, sustained high levels of distortion can actually damage audio equipments. Speakers can blow, amplifiers can overheat, and even the mixer itself can suffer long-term degradation. For the event planner, the ramifications extend beyond the technical. Client dissatisfaction is almost guaranteed. A client who has invested heavily in an event expects a seamless, high-quality experience, and poor audio quality is a glaring failure that reflects directly on the planner. Word of mouth travels fast, and a single event marred by audio issues can severely damage a planner's reputation, making it harder to secure future bookings. Furthermore, if equipment is damaged, the financial burden of repairs or replacements often falls back on the DJ, but the disruption and potential liability can impact the planner, especially if they vouched for the DJ's competence. The worst-case scenario, a complete audio shutdown, leaves an indelible negative mark, turning a joyous occasion into an embarrassing memory. For event planners, this specific mistake represents a significant blind spot. Your expertise lies in logistics, aesthetics, vendor management, and client relations, not necessarily in the intricacies of audio engineering. You trust your vendors to be experts in their respective fields. When hiring a DJ, you might focus on their music selection, their personality, their experience with similar events, and their visual setup. You might ask about their equipment, but rarely, if ever, would you delve into how they manage their gain structure or signal chain. This lack of specific technical knowledge makes it incredibly difficult to identify a potential problem during the planning phase or even during a quick sound check. You're relying on the DJ's professional competence. And while most DJs are indeed competent, the ones who aren't, or who simply overlook this fundamental principle, can create a silent disaster waiting to happen. The visual cues are minimal. You can't see bad gain staging. It's an auditory problem that only becomes apparent when the music starts, by which point it's often too late to rectify without significant disruption. Your focus is on the big picture, the flow of the event, the guest experience, and the last thing you want to worry about is whether the signal from the DJ's laptop is clipping at the input stage of their mixer to shield your events from this. Silent saboteur. Proactive measures are essential. Firstly, during the vetting process for DJs, move beyond just their playlist and personality. Ask specific questions about their technical approach. A professional DJ should be able to articulate their understanding of gain staging and signal flow. Questions like, how do you ensure optimal sound quality from your source to the speakers? Or what's your process for setting levels at each stage of your system can reveal a lot. A good DJ will explain their method, perhaps mentioning the importance of setting input gains correctly, using channel faders for mixing, and keeping the master output below the red. Secondly, observe during setup. While you don't need to be an audio engineer, look for signs of thoughtful setup. Are they taking their time or rushing? Are they methodically connecting and testing each component? A quick blast of music at maximum volume without any careful level setting is a red flag. Insist on a thorough sound check well before guests arrive. This isn't just about playing a track, it's about listening critically from various points in the venue. Does the sound fill the room evenly? Is it clear and undistorted? Can you hear a hiss or hum? If anything sounds off, don't hesitate to voice your concerns. A truly professional DJ will appreciate the feedback and address it. For high-stakes events, consider bringing in an independent audio consultant for an hour or two during setup. Their trained ear can quickly identify issues and provide an objective assessment, offering you invaluable peace of mind. The professional DJ's role in preventing this mistake is paramount. A truly skilled and experienced DJ understands that their primary responsibility isn't just playing music, but delivering quality music. They know that proper gain staging is the bedrock of good sound. They will meticulously set their input gains to match the source level, ensuring a strong, clean signal enters their mixer. They will operate their channel faders and master output within the optimal operating range, typically keeping levels in the green or amber, only occasionally peeking into the red for dynamic impact, but never sustained. They will communicate with the venue's sound engineer if one is present, or the planner about the optimal input level for the house sound system. Red flags indicating a DJ might be prone to this mistake include a set-it-and-forget-it attitude towards levels, immediately cranking all gains to maximum, or a noticeable lack of understanding when asked about signal flow. Another subtle but telling sign is a DJ who consistently plays music that sounds overly compressed or distorted even at moderate volumes, suggesting they are pushing their system beyond its clean headroom. A professional will also have backup equipment and contingency plans, but even the best backup won't fix a fundamental misunderstanding of audio levels. They prioritize a clean, unclipped signal over sheer volume, knowing that a clear, well-balanced sound will always be more impactful than a loud, distorted one. Beyond just avoiding this singular, critical mistake, building a truly bulletproof audio plan for any event requires a broader perspective. It starts with understanding the venue's acoustics. A beautiful ballroom with high ceilings and hard surfaces might look stunning but can be an acoustic nightmare, prone to echoes and poor sound dispersion. Discussing this with your DJ or an audio consultant beforehand allows for proper speaker placement and potential acoustic treatment considerations, even if temporary. Redundancy is another key element. What happens if the primary DJ mixer fails? Does the DJ have a backup? What if a speaker blows? Having spare cables, a backup laptop, or even a smaller auxiliary sound system for emergencies can be a lifesaver. Ensure clear communication channels are established between the DJ, the planner, and any in-house audio personnel. Everyone should be on the same page regarding schedules, sound checks, and emergency protocols. Investing in quality equipment, both from the DJ's side and the venues, also plays a significant role. While not a direct solution to gain staging issues, robust and well-maintained gear provides a better foundation for optimal sound. Ultimately, a comprehensive audio plan is about anticipating potential failures and having strategies in place to mitigate them, ensuring that the music, the very heartbeat of your event, never falters. The success of any event hinges on countless details meticulously planned and flawlessly executed. Yet, among the myriad of considerations, the quality of the audio often remains an afterthought until it becomes a glaring problem. The single DJ setup, mistaken proper gain staging, and signal level management is a silent killer of ambience. A destroyer of carefully cultivated atmospheres. It's not about volume, it's about clarity, integrity, and the very soul of the music. As an event planner, your power lies in your ability to foresee potential pitfalls and demand excellence from your vendors. Do not let the illusion of simplicity or the technical jargon deter you. Empower yourself with the knowledge to ask the right questions, to observe critically, and to insist on a sound check that truly evaluates the quality of the audio. Your clients trust you to create memorable experiences, and nothing shatters that memory faster than a dance floor emptied by distorted sound or an awkward silence where music should be. Prioritize pristine audio and ensure the heartbeat of your event resonates with clarity, energy, and pure, unadulterated joy.